movies want us to believe every story must end in happily ever after, when in reality some true stories leaves you with more than a sour aftertaste. A scar. You're left to manage this car for the rest of your life. This is a life from the movies. The movies want us to believe every story must end in happily ever after, when in reality some true stories leaves you with more than a sour aftertaste. A scar. You're left to manage this car for the rest of your life. This is a life unwell. A chart show that extracts benefit from those cars and sets free through inner healing, making you look back with forgiveness and forward with focus and determination. Inspiring interviews, interactive shoutouts, indisputable action points. Alive and Well premieres on Friday, 12th of June, 8 p.m. Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Alive and Well, hosted by MC Mark Comedian. Alive and Well. Kinds of people are the ones that come into our lives and make us see the sun where we once saw clouds. The people that believe in us so much until we could start believing in ourselves again. They show their love for us when we couldn't reciprocate and were instrumental in turning our ordinary moments extraordinary. The best kinds of people are the ones that come into our lives and make us see the sun where we once saw clouds. The people that believe in us so much until we could start believing in ourselves again. They show their love for us when we couldn't reciprocate and were instrumental in turning our ordinary moments extraordinary. We must find time to stop and thank these people who made differences in our lives. Alive and Well will thank these people for you in front of the whole world. Email us their names and what they did. Liveshow@gmail.com. These once in a lifetime kind of people who has helped you through a difficult period deserves to be thanked. Name and what they did. MarkLiveshow@gmail.com. Alive and Well chat show, Fridays 8 p.m. Facebook Live, hosted by MC.
Okay, hello everyone. In life, we all want our heroes to be perfect. We relish flawless mentors. The reality is, Our mentors have their own torments. They drive on with faith, but fear sits in the back seat of their lives. They might be champions, but they are not spotless. Spotlight might have hid their shadows of despair. Like the proverbial chicken, feathers might have concealed their sweat. This is Alive and Well, all about true wellness from within, no facade, no celebrity eye horses. If you have entered survivor mode and feel like burying your head in sand, then now is the time to embrace your reality scars as a turning point and thank your stars. You are alive and well. I'm your host. My name is MC Mark. And my guest today is a phenomenal woman. She graduated top of her class in engineering school. She holds a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Last summer, Melanie quit her job, sold a $500,000 home, donated most of her things to charity, and opted for digital nomad life. As a competitive triathlete, Melanie attributes her entrepreneurial success to athletic training by incorporating those principles into solid business fundamentals and helping her clients streamline and maximize profits. She is the go-to for helping small business owners to cut costs, generate more revenue, or just rip up their to-do list. She's written and delivered courses for top institutions like Harvard University. She has spoken on stages with renowned speakers like Bill Walsh, Les Brown, Sharon Lepter, and Angel Toki, or Tusi, beg your pardon, on optimizing the world of business. Melanie sits on the board of personal growth organizations in Boston, dedicated to providing affordable personal growth seminars throughout Boston community. Ladies and gentlemen, CEO of Wise Tribe, mastermind of Freebie Fridays, Melanie McSally, aka the Fixer. A round of applause.
Wow.
Melanie, wow, what an overwhelming CV you've got there. Let's put this CV aside. Where did you grow up? You were not born with all these Fanny Mora's CV. Where did you grow up? Boston? How was growing up like for you?
You mean you didn't come out of the womb with all your accomplishments? I mean, no, I grew up in this little town called Westport, Massachusetts. And there's almost a Westport in every country. So you might have one there in England. But anyway, it's known for big, illustrious mansions on the ocean, and all the rich people live there. But I did not grow up in these mansions. In fact, I didn't live that kind of lifestyle. My dad was a master plumber, and so he brought me to the mansions to bring me to work every day. So my parents believed much more in quality of time together over riches of money and materialistic things. So I was raised to believe in family and togetherness.
Humble beginning. So what sort of play did you play as a child?
Well, I was the fixer even back then. So because my dad was a plumber, I was on construction sites all the time. So right. I just kept seeing, people, I don't know if MacGyver ever came to England, but MacGyver basically could take a roll of duct tape and fix anything. and right. And that's kind of how I grew up. It's just, how do you fix things?
How do you fix it? So you grew up with duct tape and all these hammers and pipe works and all of that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So how did you transition into becoming a master's degree holder, a business changer? How did you transition into that?
Okay, so if you'll permit me a minute, this will take just a minute to give you that answer. But But actually, I started in pastry arts.
Okay.
Because that's a quick transition, right? From pastry to technology. That's clear to you, right? um, so from the moment I entered kindergarten to the moment I graduated 12th grade, which is our high school, I was bullied in school. And, you know, who did the bullying and what kind of bullying it was evolved over time. But there's one consistent factor with bullying, which is you feel alone and isolated and feel like you don't really have anybody to talk to. And my parents are Irish American Catholics, and so they raised us to count our blessings instead of the what you would call it, talking about our troubles, right?
Yeah.
So so we didn't really complain about them. We just buried them inside. And I didn't really feel like I could, even if I wanted to. And so I just sort of like kept that inside. But what I would do is I would create these imaginary worlds for myself. I'd go outside and play, and I would fix things. I would like create forts, and I would explore these mansions that my dad worked in. And I would just sort of like make my escape reality an actual reality. I played sports. I did basically everything other than learn in school.
Right.
And so when I was approaching the end of high school, I thought, okay, I'm done. This is my finish line. I can check that box to say I met the parental requirements of getting my high school diploma, so on and so forth. But my mom, who is a feisty one, was like, no. So she told me to go on to college. And so I thought, okay, I'll pick something that's quick and seems really fun. And so I picked pastries. So I went to school for pastries.
Okay.
And, like anything with perspective, I figured, okay, I'm in this for 2 years. I'm going to make the best of it. So I joined a cake decorating club. And as part of that cake decorating club, I got to do some amazing things really early. I got to cook in Julia Child's kitchen, and I got to be one of the chefs at this grand opening event. And while I was there, somebody asked me if I wanted a job interview.
Right. Wow.
This was like my first month in college, and so I was like, sure, why not? I'm young and stupid. I'll say yes to anything.
Young and stupid, but knows how to identify opportunities.
Right. And so I went, and I became the youngest ever pastry chef in my state at this really prestigious country club. And so what that taught me was that perspective, it matters, right? Because if you have the right mindset, you can really accomplish anything. And that mindset, for me, is based on your outlook in the situation you're in, like focusing on what you can achieve rather than what your limitations are. And then the other is to talk about what's going on, because not only will you find supporters, but you'll be somebody else's supporter.
Yeah.
So so here we are with the transition. I quickly realized pastry wasn't for me, but now that I had this new level of confidence, I went on and I found what was right for me. And I quickly turned around and went back to school for engineering.
Awesome. I like the part where you said you quickly turned around, you find what was good for you. Turning point. That means you learned business skills in pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, we're going to cut straight below the belt. Learn Six Sigma belt, Masters in Engineering, CEO, White Stripe. Have you ever had difficult moments in life?
Absolutely not. I mean, nobody has difficult moments, right? I talked about the bullying, right? And one thing I learned later in life is that if you don't fix a problem, if you don't realize what you were supposed to learn from a bad situation that happened in your life, you'll repeat it. And so, you know, I have not intentionally, but I have invited bad relationships into my life, whether that be really terrible managers, whether that be bullies, whether that be, other bad things. And so I'm also an athlete. And so what you learn as an athlete is how to learn from each situation you're in so that you don't repeat that process. And that's really similar to engineering in general. It's like, how could you learn from your mistakes so that you grow and you better yourself with each mistake you make?
Yeah. Awesome.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah. So what's one, can you take us through one journey that you would say this journey, if you look back at this journey, you would have done it differently this way?
Actually, no, I can't, because I think, and I've written about this several times, is I think that the most triumph that's ever come in my life is when I've been sort of pushed to my limit, when I've been dealing with roadblocks and challenges and falling on my face or a bully in my face. And honestly, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't face each and every one of those challenges. So certainly we can say, oh, you know, maybe it would have gone differently, but you know, we've watched enough TV in life to know that, like, every iteration that you choose that's different is going to result in some other iteration that you might have changed. So I think the best is to just be happy with the progress that you're making in life and continue to work on growing even more.
Okay, great. So you sold your $500,000 house. That's crazy. You were crazy, weren't you? Did you always know that you were going to succeed?
No, I didn't. And in fact, I took a long time to become an entrepreneur because I was afraid to fail, right? Because, you know, I've been an athlete and I've lived in a family who has strived for success, for high achievement in life. And so I didn't want to be broke. I didn't want to be a failure. And I knew that, or I believed that becoming an entrepreneur would take time. And so there would be a length of time where I would feel like a failure because I wouldn't be achieving success. I'd be, you know, working up the ladder to it. But then I realized, you know, I have in fact achieved almost everything I've ever set my mind to, especially when it's a competition. So why don't I do the same here? So I decided to treat becoming an entrepreneur as a competition, just for myself, not against anybody else.
Okay, so you are, permit me to say, one of your biggest critics.
Absolutely, aren't we all?
So, yeah, yeah. Some people are not. Some people, they always pitch their competition against someone else, and they tend to be happy if that person fails. They become happy. Well, he's failed, so if I fail now, it's justifiable. But you have pitched yourself against yourself, which is a unique thing, and you speak about that when you address, when you make all your public presentations and the rest of it. You've spoken on same stage with Les Brown. Experience.
Yeah, well, I believe in the law of abundance. So that's why I don't think that everything is a competition with other people. You know, competition makes us better people. So certainly if you're striving to be better than your competitor, competitor, that's going to make you better, but not at the detriment of that person, just at the betterment of you, you know? Yeah, so Les Brown is an amazing character. I love him to death. He's got so much energy and joy for life and passion for helping others. So I've been blessed to share stages with him. I have this amazing publicist, Angel Tussey, and she just puts me on all the right stages, like yours, for instance. Thank you for having me.
Brilliant. Right, Melanie, they call you the fixer.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they call you the fixer?
Well, so I am a technology expert. My company, we are technology strategists. So we look at where you are in your business, what infrastructure you've put in place, and we ask you about your vision, your short-term, your long-term goals. And we not only advise you, but help you implement technology, that's software, tools, systems, processes, to help elevate you to achieve that vision. And so for all of our clients, we will be at live events, we will be on hand, and we have clients that are, you know, Luddites all the way up to technologists that just don't have time, like they're hobby technologists, so they don't have time to do it for themselves. So we have the whole range. And so the real reason why I've gotten the nickname is because sometimes people will hear me on a Zoom call in the background and I'll say, just click the little button in the side, you know.
Right. Okay. In that that voice that has direction, you seem to speak with precision because you have experience and you know what you're talking about. So tell us more about Wise Tribe, your company, details, how people can get in touch with you.
Yeah, sure. So my background is engineering, right? I came up as a software engineer, but really where I got my success was in optimizing my clients' path to achieving their vision. So a lot of times people will come to me and they'll be like, I have a dream. I don't know. I was laughing at this. It was coming out of my mouth. I've never actually said it like that before. And then they'll say, I don't know if this is possible, but, you know, and so we make that a reality. We make it so it's possible. And so we're basically optimizing their path to success. And with success comes higher profits. So we like to call ourselves profit optimization specialists. And so basically we do what I said earlier. We act as your technology strategist. When we're looking at your portfolio and making recommendations to you, those recommendations are prioritized by what's going to save you money, because that's going to help increase your profits, but then also what's going to help you save money now, but allow your software to grow with you and for you. So we want it to be able to do what you want to do over the long haul. So we want you to be able to capture success as it comes to you. So we want your infrastructure to scale for you, but we also don't want you to be paying for tomorrow's software today, right? So if you get a wave of success tomorrow, if you get 1,000 more customers, we don't want your infrastructure today to be so large to fit that 1,000 customers, but we do want it to be ready tomorrow, right? So we want it to be able to scale for you and with you. Does that make sense?
Yes. You maximize whatever you maximize the potential of your clients, and not at the detriment of the company. Does that give now? So give us details of Wise Tribe, precise details, emails, websites. I know I've said it, but it's good to hear you from the horse's mouth. You know?
Yeah. So the easiest way, since my business name is spelt incorrectly, the easiest way is to, so you're in London, so this is not this is not as efficient. So you can email info, I-N-F-O, at Wizetribe, WYZETRIBE.com.
Yeah.
If you happen to have an American phone, you could text the word automation to 26786. And that will give you a bunch of free gifts valued over $500. If you don't have an American phone number, you can go to wizetribe.com. So that's WYZETRIBE.com. And a form will come up. So you just enter your email address and you get the same bundle of gifts that are over $500.
This is about Freebie Fridays. Is that correct?
It's part of it, yeah. So on Fridays, and I haven't done today's yet, but on Fridays, you can go onto my YouTube channel and find another video where I give free advice, free tips, strategies, connections, or software that you can use for your business. It's all free, or at least starts free. I don't do free trial stuff. I do like it will last for free for the life of the software unless you need to upgrade to a premium version. So we call those freemiums.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you have it there. You have it from the Lean Six Sigma belt herself and the CEO of Wizetribe, telling you about wizetribe.com. I like the fact that you've identified that some people will be from all over the world who might be watching, and they can just go to wizetribe.com. Those who don't have American phone, why do Americans always are protective of their things? They don't want to be controlled, but they want to control everyone. But that's a story for another day. We just leave that. So Mel, what's your mantra as we begin to round up this half an hour interview? What's your mantra, your motivating speech, your motivating words? What drives you?
Well, I have many of them because I'm an athlete. And I'm a triathlete, which means I spend a lot of time in my own head by myself, working out and competing at the highest level. So the one I use the most, especially in athletics, is you're stronger than you think you are.
You're stronger than you think you are. Give us more. Give us more. I like that one. I like that. You're stronger than you think you are. Awesome. Give us more.
So I like the word worthy because it tells your brain, it like reminds your brain that you're worthy. So I like to say you're strong, you're confident, and you're worthy of abundance and acceptance.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for being such a motivation to ladies and gentlemen around the world. You know, as a vibrant young lady doing your thing there. And fixing. And I like the fact that you identify that it was not as if when you were investing, you knew that you were always going to make it, but you knew that you were not going to give up. That's a very important point to make. Okay. Thank you for coming on the show. We will be sharing your details with listeners about Wizetribe and the rest of it. And we look forward to speaking with you sometime again soon. When hopefully we might have more time and possibly, you know, be able to play some snippets of you at work and, you know, how you're driving the thing. I can imagine you'll be driving. Move, no, I want it now.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Mark. It's been such a pleasure to be on your show, to chat with you like we did before the show even started, to get to know you a little bit more. It's been such a pleasure. You're doing such amazing stuff and hilarious to talk to you. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Melanie. Okay, bye for now. Thank you. See you again soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been Mel there, who is our own biggest competition. Just before you go on Alive and Well, you might want to listen to this today. Just going to share this with you. Okay. It's been from us, Alive and Well team. Again, I'd like to say, if you have anybody you would like to thank, drop us an email, and we can thank them in front of the whole world for you on Alive and Well. Okay. Same time next week, Friday, 8 p.m. Before then, you can drop us an email. You can drop us a question. You can contact a guest today, wisetribe.com, and win $500. Okay. So today we know that sometimes there's pain, but slow and steady wins the race. All the success you want might not come all at once. Don't be in despair. Don't give up, even though you are not sure there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going. It's a land of well. Bye for now.